Hi everyone, welcome back to Rolling with Ellie. Today I am bringing you another great recipe. There's a reason why this recipe is third on my channel. Jalapeño cornbread muffins. This recipe, let me tell you, is so delicious. And I'm going to share with you my own personal opinion of why I choose canned or jarred jalapenos versus fresh. But first, if I can, please let me remind you to like and subscribe. I am so excited. I just want to thank you all that have subscribed so far. I have reached 100 subs. Woohoo! Thank you so much, everybody. I am so excited. So as promised, my personal opinion that I'm sharing regarding fresh versus canned or jarred, I just feel like the canned or jarred, the flavor is always more consistent. And when we made these in the hotel, we always use canned. I mean, we made such a big batch that there was no way we could chop fresh jalapenos. We would have been there all day. So if you are using fresh, go ahead and chop them and de-seed them. And the other thing about using fresh is, I made this twice for this video. I used fresh and I also used the jarred. And the fresh just did not have a very strong flavor. And it is mid-September here in Tennessee. So that could have been why. But that's just the thing is, to me, it's just not very consistent unless I use a can or a jarred. So whether you're using can or jarred, you want to go ahead and chop those up. And the size that you see right here, that's a very nice consistent size. I like the size. Every time I've made it, it's just been a very nice balance. If you're making this for other people for a party, you may want to keep it the size. If you're making it for you, hey, if you want big old chunks, go for it. Make this recipe your own. A lot of people like some really good big old chunky jalapeno stuff in their muffins. Me, personally, not so much. And then, of course, my little dog found out that she can watch me through that window by jumping on the couch that I just moved to the other side of that wall. Okay, everybody, so let's go ahead and get started. We're going to preheat that oven to 350. And in a bowl, we're going to go ahead and start mixing our dry ingredients. Now, for this recipe, this is a very simple recipe. You're literally just mixing your dry ingredients together and then adding your wet. The cheese we're going to add at the end, but you can use a KitchenAid or a hand mixer for this recipe as well. So as you saw, I added my cornmeal, my flour, my salt. I'm going to go ahead and add my baking powder. And then I'm going to add my sugar right after this. And then I'm going to add my shortening. So if you're using the KitchenAid, for some reason the KitchenAid doesn't break up the shortening as good. So I take mine off of the KitchenAid and I mix it with my hands like you'll see me do shortly. I just want to make sure that the shortening is broken up really well. So when I add my wet ingredients, it just mixes better and it cooks better and is more of a smooth, moist texture. You don't want big chunks of shortening because then parts of your muffin will be dry, especially if you're using a small muffin tin. So now in a separate bowl, you want to add your eggs. We're going to start here to do our wet ingredients. So add your eggs, your corn, and now we're going to do our milk. So I like to add my milk in a separate bowl and then add it just to make sure I get the right measurement. Now, if it's very, very dry where you're at, and I'll show you what the batter is supposed to look like so you'll know if you need to add a little bit more milk. So here we're going to add our jalapenos, and I like to get it all out of there. No jalapeno left behind. Give it a good mix. So now we're going to add half of this to our dry ingredients. Now we're going to mix. See, as you can see so far, this is a pretty easy recipe. And we're going to add the rest of our wet ingredients. And we're going to mix, and you'll see me here, I actually switch back to the other bowl. But you know what? Just for no reason other than the fact that I like my bowl, and I just thought it looked prettier in this video. So if you're wondering why I did that, that's why. It isn't because you have to use a certain bowl here. And now we're adding our cheese. So go ahead and give that a good mix. And what you want is your texture to look like this. You want it a little bit of soupy-ish, kind of pancake battery. You don't want it too dry. And if it's really dry where you're at and it doesn't look like this, just add a little bit of milk and you should be totally fine. And what I did was I used a melon ball scooper to add this to my mini muffin tin. And I got 48 little muffins out of this one recipe. Plus, I filled up a smaller mini muffin tin that was about maybe 15 I got out of there, and then 6 regular size muffins out of this one recipe. And you want the mini muffin tin to bake at 350 for 30 minutes and the larger muffins for 40 minutes. And this beautiful golden delicious yummalicious muffins, this is what I got. Don't those look amazing? You can have a lot of fun with this recipe. What I did was I put it in this cute basket, but as you can see here, I also gave some to some friends by putting them in these cute little treat bags. And then I also put them in these tiny little containers because I am going to the Cookeville Farmers Market where I used to sell lip balms and some cookies, and I'm passing these out with my business cards to promote my channel. Okay, everyone, so keep lookout for my next video where I share my recipe for these delicious Polish cookies, kolaczkis. So for those of you that don't know, I am half Puerto Rican and half Polish. So I grew up on these. My stepmother made them every Christmas. She still does. They are so easy and so delicious. And then also keep lookout for my butter cookie meltaways. These literally will melt in your mouth. They're so easy and so delicious. I've also recently uploaded my brown butter brownie recipe and my peanut butter mousse pie. So for those of you that know Baker Square pie and you're missing them, miss them no longer, because trust me, this pie, oh, it will rock your world. It is Baker Square quality tea. Oh, it is so good. I almost even got tongue-tied there saying it. So go ahead, everyone, check out these videos, and please don't forget to like and subscribe. YouTube really appreciates that, and it does help to push my videos out, so I would be so grateful. So everyone, like I always say, thank you for watching, and I will see you on the next one.